Good afternoon and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have another edition of Salette Rugby. It's the JV team taking on Varsity from Taft here in Chicago. Looks like Mackin is ready to kick it off. Took a friendly bounce for Salette and it nearly goes in the touch, but barely saved in bounds. Lions already knocking on the door for an early try. Lions support the ruck well, back out. Turns around, kind of a maul type situation here for Salette. Out to the backs this time. Nice pass fake there. Lions going into contact still within the 15-meter line of Taft. James Agbaparone to Zaborski. Thomas Baker makes a move. Nothing there, but Agbaparone's going to run it. Stays in bounds. Trying to break a couple tackles, and he does. Right on the line, and he places it down for an early try. What a way to come out of the gate for Salette. Wasted no time. Got out to the backs. Good support on the rucks, and they score. Great start for Salette. James Agbaparone making everyone miss there off the offload from Thomas Baker. So quick 5-0 start. And we are await the conversion kick. Sebastian Mackin sweeps his leg, and it just hooks right. No good. So it remained 5-0. Salette trying to keep their foot on the gas pedal, up 7-0 early. So there's only one varsity player that's playing in this game. That's Thomas Baker. He usually plays varsity, but came down to the JV level for this one. And outside of him, it's really just JV players today. So definitely a developmental game for Salette, trying to get the less experienced guys some more reps. Ball goes to Baker, nearly knocks it on, and looks like he did. Couldn't quite secure it. So penalty as Baker couldn't secure it. So scrum to Taft. First one of the ball game here. Early first half. Taft scrum half puts it in. Salette's going to steal the scrum. Great job there. And a clearance kick from Rommel. Taft trying to get it. Anthem's tracking it down. Gets his hands on the Taft player. Couldn't quite get him down, though. Taft's still up on their feet. But they're deep in their own territory thanks to a good kick by Rommel. Looks like penalty on Salette may not have been releasing there on the tackle. Couldn't quite see, but so not too many penalties so far for Salette. Doing a pretty good job staying disciplined on really both sides of the ball. Taft's going to kick it. Agbaparone right at the line. That's out. So nearly stayed in the touch, but not quite. Still 5-0. Taft doing a pretty good job of, not Salette getting another try. Defense is starting to settle in a little bit for the Eagles. So first line out as well of the game. Salette looks to steal it. Thomas Wiener jumps sky high. Yeah, not straight. That was not even in the tunnel whatsoever for Taft. Just throw it right to his player. So in rugby, throwing a line out, in order to make it fair, when you throw in the line out, you have to throw it between the two players. They call it the tunnel. You can't throw it to your team's side too much. I mean, you could get away with a little bit, but you have to, for the most part, throw it down the middle. That's not what Taft did there. So they're called for not straight penalty. Also, we'll have a scrum. Sir doesn't like the scrum, and we're going to retry it. Make sure everyone is doing the proper technique and form. Mackin puts it in. Lions win another scrum. Nice offload there. I believe that's Sam Flaherty, if I'm not mistaken, running into contact very hard. That's what he does best. He's not afraid to take a hit, and for the most part, he gets meters off it. Ramel Cruz with a nice line. Gets 10 meters there as well, and finally gets thrown down at the midfield. So Salette getting meters. Zimborski just trying to find a pass. Baparone's got some daylight. Everyone for Taft is missing tackles on James. He's got one man to beat. Got him down eventually. Good tackle there from Taft, but it took him a while to get him down. And he's got the ball again. Zig and zagging on his way right at the line. A couple meters short. And a crash for Salette is going to finish it off for the try. Couldn't quite see who scored that exactly. Got a mess of forwards, but James Baparone did all the dirty work, getting most of the meters on that try. So Salette up 10-0, sending a message right away. Let's see if Mackin can hit this conversion kick. Missed the first one, right. But this one's pretty easy. Should be no problem for Mackin. The wind would keep the ball on the tee. He's just going to drop kick it and nail it. All right. No tee needed for Mackin. 12-0 Salette. Massa retaining possession after 2 straight tries. All the momentum right now. Taft, I mean, they did slow him down for a good 5-10 minutes, but eventually, when you have the athleticism of James Baparone on the wing and Ramel Cruz and Sam Flaherty and good tacklers, you can only hold him back for so long. Kickoff is very low. It goes to Thomas Baker again. This time he's going to take it himself. Just stiff-arming people. Nice offload to Burbeau. Goes down. A nice tackle from Taft. Halligan to the back. Anthem Hodal, Sam Flaherty a little behind him, but Hodal was there to clean it up. Another offload is Baparone once again. On the wing, I believe, can't quite see, it's on the opposite side of the field, but I think that's Anthem out there on the wing getting tackled. Sam Flaherty with a gap. Running through everybody. Missing, like he's running through 8 tap guys on that. Nice offload. Sam Flaherty making everybody miss. That's just what he does. This speed and athleticism, it's very hard for anyone to tackle him, as you just saw on that run. So Lions knocking on the door again. Looking for their 3rd try. Lions doing what they call the ladder, where it's just a bunch of forward crashes to try to get a try. And looks like they got it down for another try loss, dominating early, up 17-0. I apologize. I could not see who scored that either. There's a pack of 5 or 6 Salette guys. But again, the backs for Salette are doing a really good job right now. They're getting the ball down with inside the 10-meter line, and the forwards just take care of the rest. Just getting meters every time they touch the ball. Thanks to Sam Flaherty there, but usually it's Baparone too. So Salette up big early. Up 3 tries to none. Taft just trying to find any momentum they can to slow down this powerful Salette JV offense. Trying to slow them down any way they can. Let's see if this kickoff goes to Thomas Baker for the third straight time. This time it's going to go to Thomas Wiener. Halligan, Anthem Hodal. I believe that's JP in there. Lions getting meters every time they touch the ball. That's really what's got them up this big. Every time they get out to the backs of the forwards, they're going forward, getting meters, and eventually Taft bends their defense and it breaks eventually, and they just shoot through the line and get 50 or 60 meters. Mackin gets bumped, but somehow still gets it out. Cruz trying to take a line, but closed off nicely there from Taft. Hodal's got a look, and Lions have numbers on the side. Zaborski still going. Got 10 or 15 meters on that run. Lions trying to stay in bounds. Wiener can. Juking out Taft players, spinning his way, dancing around on his feet. He's still going. Cuts inside, down at the 5-meter line. Salette knocking on the door again. And they just pounded in for a fourth try. Hugh Dvorak. Great job for Salette. They had a 3-on-1. They used it nicely. Got plenty of meters off it. Great job from Salette there. Taft hasn't touched the ball in quite a long time. Rugby, if you score, you get to keep it. So, I mean, they can have the ball as long as they want. Mackin drills it, no issues. Starting to find his groove kicking-wise. And he's done certainly an excellent job scrum half this game, too. So, yet another kickoff here in this one. Taft, they just look gassed. They're just walking back. Everyone is yelling at me right now. They're having a good time on the field. Shout out Thomas Baker, great rugby player. He wanted a shout out, so I'll give him a shout out. Mr. and Mrs. Baker, if you're watching, thank you. Tommy's playing very, very nice right now. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded Dvorak. Cruz gets it over the Taft player's head, takes a bounce as well. Taft fields it, turns around, kicks it back, nearly blocked. Taft player is trying to track it down. He's got some room. Pins Salette inside the 30-meter line. So actually good job from Taft there, really pinning Salette deep. Kicking looks pretty solid. Zaborski into contact. JP takes it from him, gets an extra 5 meters. Halligan. Burbeau, Salette's got numbers on the wing. Cruz takes it into the clear, trying to turn on the Jets, looking for an offload, and throws it to trying to find Thomas Baker, but at his feet, and Tommy couldn't get it. And Baparone's going to take a line, and he's just going to go into the try zone and place it down. But popped out last second, though. So trying to place it, and the Taft guy just shipped it right out of his hand. So heads up play there from the Eagles, keeping Salette out of the try zone, preventing the 5th try of the game. For the moment, that is, and Salette's just going to rumble on the side and the wing. Taft's not really spreading out on defense. They don't have numbers on the wings, and Salette taking advantage of that. Scoring tries all day long here. Just already starting to lose track of the score. I think it's like 27-0, something like that. You guys will have the scoreboard on your screen. 31-0. So 6 tries to 0, I think. But yeah, 31-0 is the score. And the kick is just short, hit the crossbar. But don't blame Mackin for that pretty hard kick, especially going into the wind. Yeah, we are right next to the O'Hare Chicago Airport, so there's like planes flying over the field every minute or so here in the Windy City. So Lions traveling about 3 hours to come play Taft here, and looks like they're getting their money's worth. Ramel jumps in front of JP, fields the kick. They've done an excellent job of supporting every single ruck. They got 2 or 3 guys there to support. Got guys clearing, make sure Taft can't counter ruck. Good offload to Ramel. And a switch from Zaborski. That was a pretty play. That's a big man in the clear. Look out. He's still going, huffing and puffing down the field. Cuts inside. And sloppy offload. Might have nearly been a forward pass. I can't quite see what happened. But Zaborski, wow. I mean, that's a 230-pound man running down the field. Perhaps it was a knock-on. Couldn't quite tell. Maybe for Zaborski there, you just want to just go into contact instead of offloading if it's not there. I've noticed that a couple times here this rugby season. We do a good job offloading, but sometimes we do it too much and it results in turnovers and knock-ons. So if you're going to offload, make sure it's there and a prudent decision. Taft winning the scrum. Looks like they're going to kick it out, and prudently so as they're backed way into their side of the field. Cruz. Pass fake there was really nice. And another sloppy offload. That's a forward pass. It should be. So the only thing you can complain about that I'm seeing is the offloads. They're not very effective right now. I mean, they were pretty early in the game when James McBathron got a couple. I know one from Tommy Baker was pretty good, and he scored on that. But this past couple of minutes, you've seen some offloads that were not very good. Eight-man pick for Salette. Good job from the flanker getting him down. Another whistle. Looks like it's going to be another scrum and knock on, it looks like. Here comes the eight-man pick for Salette. Got some meters there. Good decision there to pick that. And another whistle. This game is really slowed down tempo-wise. Looks like we got another scrum coming up. Must have been knock on somewhere on Salette. Taft gets it out. They're going to kick it. Blocked. Fielded by JP, excuse me. Run in. Down to the 10. Juking a couple Taft guys out there. And a quick pick there from Mackin. Goes airborne for a moment and gets it over the try line for another 5 points. So Taft's defense has to be gassed. I mean, they've been on the defensive side of things for pretty much the whole game thus far. Back end drills it. $38 to this is nothing for Salette. Total domination right now for the Lions. Another kickoff coming for Taft here. This one goes a bit further. Hodal gets it off the bounce to JP. Pass it to the wing. Another good offload. So, I mean, that has improved past couple of minutes, making sure the offloads are meeting their targets. Some counter ruck action from Taft. Haven't been too aggressive at that end, mostly due to Salette support on offense. Did a really good job rucking, clearing, and sealing. Salette, with all that going on, still has possession. Flaherty, good offload to Cruz. They got all kinds of numbers on the wing. They need to pass it out right now. Bourbeau making a man miss. 2-on-1 on the wing. He's got Baker to his left. Gives it to him. Tommy into the try zone, and he's going to place it down for a try. Tommy finding the space and finding the try zone as well for another try for the first-year junior. Good stuff there from Baker. Stayed with Jimmy the whole time, and Bourbeau had an easy offload for a try. So good heads-up play there from Tommy Baker. Should be 43-0 a score, and 45 shortly should be if Mackin could convert this easy kick here. So, I mean, if you're Taft right now, I don't really know what the message is. Just try to keep your head up. Slow losses to let down any way you can. Go half with any momentum you can find. But, I mean, Salette definitely looking like they're going to come out victorious in this one. Taft guy nearly intercepted that. Ball squirted out of Halligan's hands and gets thrown down by his neck almost. Still on his feet. Great resilience there from Halligan. Slipping through tackles. Salette, I mean, they've done that all game long, just slipping through tackles. As you're seeing right now, Quinn Murray, I mean, he is 230 pounds, and he is zooming down the field right now. Holy cow, he's gone. Quinn Murray, holy cow. Turns on the afterburners and goes 60 meters to the house. Wow. I was not aware of Quinn Murray's speed. Well, now I am, so. And you are too. Usually subs Varsity, but came down to JV to help him out. Another good kick from Mackin there. Should be 52-0. I mean, this is our JV team, too. I can imagine what it'd be like if we brought our varsity. And that's what it's been like the past couple years. I know last year we beat them 120-something to 0, I believe. So, Taft, I mean, they're just trying to, get their program settled. trying to figure out the game of rugby and really improve. And that's how you do improve playing teams like Salette. I mean, regardless of the scoreboard, you can really improve playing better teams like this in Salette. So win-win for both teams. Haugen fields that. Little juke step. Turning his legs, still going. Takes 2 tap guys to get Patrick Haugen on the ground. Flaherty, a little high there for Baker. James out of bounds. So Salette running out of room on the left wing. Little cramped there. And the high offload to Baker to help things out. It really slowed down the back line. So it's just the second line out, I believe. There hasn't been too many of those this game. Thomas Wiener a little late to get in there, and they're going to form a maul. Taft. And it's going out. The prop's going to rip it away. Quinn Murray gets in there for the tackle. Counter-rucking, too, dragging the whole entire ruck with him. Thankfully for Taft, the scrum half gets it out just in time. Quinn Murray was hungry for the ball. Salette getting meters every single time they get the ball. Whether it's 2 or 50, it's still positive yardage nonetheless. Murray. Shovel pass to Bourbeau. On the wing, he goes out of bounds, but the ball was almost in, but I think he stepped out first. So Anthem just said to Jimmy, you got to be aware of where you are on the field. And good idea, though, for Jimmy. Just got to be aware of where you are. We're playing on a football field, so that doesn't really help too much, but got to know where that out-of-bounds line is all the time, especially if you're playing on the wing and you're getting touches like Bourbeau on the wing as much as he has. Ball bouncing around. Salette gets it. Seems like every loose ball Salette's there to dive on it or pick it up first. Mackin swings it out. Haugen. Hodal. Flaherty. Baker turns around. Shovel pass. Wing. Cuts inside. I believe that's Betts. And Taft just can't tackle. I mean, there's no way around it. They just can't tackle anyone for Salette. They're just not getting low. They're not committing to the tackles, and Salette's just run right through them. And Luke Betts scores an easy try. So the back's doing, I mean, they scored most of the tries here, but forwards doing an excellent job of, supporting, making sure Salette has possession. And great run there for Betts. Kick is good as well, so I don't know what the score. 57-0. So pretty nice cushion for Salette right now, up 57. No issues here for the JV squad, cruising to a victory. Holding Taft to a scoreless half thus far. End over end kicked right to Agbaparone. Taft got that tackle. I mean, that's not an easy tackle when you got James Agbaparone running full speed at you. So good job from Taft to get that tackle. They have proved themselves that they can tackle. It's just when they get on Salette gets full speed, that's when they usually struggle. Flaherty. And he's a fast kid, let me tell you. And you're seeing it right now. And he's just going to cook everyone quite simply to the house. Easy try. He slams it down. Sam Flaherty roasting everyone on defense. And he's got the Cheetos, as Elijah Hall would say. So another try for Salette's backs. They've done all the pretty work, as they say. Usually the forwards do the dirty work, meaning they're in the rucks, they're supporting, they're doing all the tough stuff, I guess you could say, and the backs are simply the product of that. 63-0? 64-0. Shout out Richard Jolly keeping me in check. I've lost track of the score, but he's reminded me of it. So kick off to Hodal. Bounces off his shoulder. Babarone spins out. Halligan. Long pass to Flaherty. Almost had another breakaway. Another sloppy pass. Lost Salette. Started to struggle with that just a little bit. James on the wing. This time he can't stay in bounds again. That's another out of bounds for James. He's done a really good job thus far. Just he's gotten pushed out a couple times. So the only thing I can maybe complain about right now for La Salette is offloads at times have not been very good, and they struggle to know where they are on the rugby field. I mean, we are playing. I say rugby field, but we're technically playing on a football field. But yeah, they just need to know where they are on the field at all times. But other than that, La Salette, no complaints, playing excellent. Taft's going backwards. La Salette trying to get him down. No one is like getting low. It's like a mole almost. It's kind of hard to describe what I'm seeing right now. Finally goes on the ground. Interesting play to say the least there. So first scrum in a while. La Salette has won most of them, so they've been good on that end as well. And another purpose of this game is just to shake off the rust from spring break. I mean, we've only been back from our break for 3 days now, so really just to get back in the swing of things, especially for the rugby squad, and shake off any rust that may have been there from spring break, and they've done a great job of that so far. Getting back to who they are and to the rugby team they know they can be, so definitely a good game for La Salette to play. And same with Taft. I mean, they're improving too by playing this game. Flaherty, Cruz, cuts inside, Verbeau. To James again, cuts inside. Taft, no chance. Babarone with a 4-on-1 somehow scores it. Oh my. There was like 7 missed tackles right there from Taft. Well, what a play from Babarone. He's just so shifty that it's so hard to tackle him. Great job from Babarone. Scoring all kinds of tries. And James definitely has the athleticism to score a lot of tries against a team like Taft. So it looks like that's going to be the half, ladies and gentlemen. La Salette up big. So we'll see you in about 10 minutes for the second half. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you soon. We are back here at Taft High School for the second half. La Salette up 71-0. Pretty much no complaints here in the first half. I mean, the only thing was the offloads at times were not very good. But definitely offensively and defensively on both sides of the ball, they've been really good. Looks like an illegal kickoff of something there going on for Taft. So looks like we're going to retry it at the 50. But yeah, like I was saying, I mean, offense, the support's been there at every single ruck. They've recycled the ball like really well, getting out to the backs, finding the gaps in Taft's defense, which there's been a lot of them, but the backs still exploiting them nonetheless. And it's led to almost all their tries, with Sam Flaherty having a couple, Vaperon having a couple, JP having one, and I honestly don't remember who else has scored, but, I mean, the backs have played excellently, and as well as the forwards. I mean, the forwards' productivity has definitely led to the back scoring almost every time, so definitely a really good group effort right now for La Salette. So we start the second half, Taft trying to get a little room on the wing, but a knock-on was called beforehand by the Sir, so we'll go back to that and do a scrum. Next game for La Salette is Saturday against Nutcher. Should be a good test for La Salette going in the Midwest in first couple weeks of May. Right now sitting at 16th in the nation, so they definitely got work to do to prove themselves, especially in the second stretch of the season. Here we see the backs again. Ramel through some space. Chip kicked Betts. He scoops it up. Good play there from Cruz, gaining all kinds of meters thanks to Betts scooping it up and his awareness. JP is going to burn Taft on the side again and score the try. I think that's JP's second try, so one away from a hat trick. I think James already has a hat trick, and maybe Sam Flaherty as well. I'm not quite sure, but 76-0. Mackin sweeps his left leg and drills it right through the uprights. 78-0. It's already the second kickoff of the half for Taft. Trying to keep Lassa under 100. It's the most powerful kick Taft's done so far. Went pretty far. It's going to go into touch. So a lineup coming up. Here we go. Taft's just going to throw it straight to the first person in the line out. Interesting play, but it goes out to touch again. So 2 lineouts within about 10 seconds. But Taft's right there. I mean, if they win this lineout, look out. They could get their first try. So Taft trying to steal it. La Salette wins it, and they got to kick this out, you would imagine. Tackled in the try zone. Looks like it's going to be a goal line drop, I think. Yep, there it is. Baparone chasing after it. Takes a friendly bounce. Cruz kicks it, and it's going to go out of bounds again. So we got all kinds of line outs here in the second half of play. So a line out right at midfield for Salette, and Cook's in right now, jumping. Got a lot of subs in right now for Salette. Most of the starters are on the bench right now, in a well-earned bench. And Taft again just throws it straight to their line-out guy, and it's going to be not straight again. Looks like Lanthier's in a scrum off, I believe. And a nice line from Flaherty. Holy cow, that was pretty. And he's going to get his third try, I think, on the day. What a line from Flaherty. Cut inside, saw the space, and the rest is history there on that play. Used his speed. 83 zip. Yeah, Sam Flaherty is a guy who, really will be on the varsity rotation here probably very shortly. He's just got too much speed and athleticism not to. Rommel trying to make it 85-0. And chokes it left or short, so didn't have enough distance on that, but it's all right. Still up 83. It's a kick to Betts on the wing. Gets ahead of steam. Goes down. Only one guy missed, so Taft got him down pretty quickly. Taft's back 10 off a penalty on that counter ruck. Cruz is just going to kick it into touch. Another midfield line out. Blake puts it in the tunnel. And Lanthier whips it out. It's sick. Switch pass to Hodal. Cruz comes running onto it. I mean, the passing right now for Salette is just superb. Short offload to Baker. Can't scoop it up. And that sequence is going to end with a pretty sloppy offload there for Salette. So couldn't quite convert on the try, but still gained a lot of meters. And looks like we got an injured player for Taft, so hope he's okay. So Taft player still down, taking a minute to see if he was okay, and hopefully he is. Trainer is with him right now. Gets on his feet and walks it off. Great job. So after that play, I believe there was a knock on one of the offloads. I couldn't tell who it was. It might have been Baker, but so a scrum here. Salette with what seems to be a pretty large victory. I don't see Taft making any kind of comeback. Here we go. Lanthier out to the backs again. Sick has it. Hodal. Flaherty cuts inside. Into the clear. Spins out of some contact. Goes down for 10. I mean, Sam Flaherty continues to impress. No matter who he's playing, he plays like it's his last game, and he really improves every single game. It's only his first year, too. I lost Salette as Cruz slips through a high tackle. And it gets tackled at the 1, and definitely placed it as well. So a little short there for Cruz, but gets it out to Lanthier. And trying to see if Lanthier placed it. Looks like he did. So Cruz couldn't quite get to the try zone, but Lanthier was there to zoom in there and score. 88-0. So the game's not really in question anymore. It's really just about improvement for both teams. Getting some reps, getting some minutes. Especially for the subs out there. Cruz drills this one. 90 zip. So even with the subs out for Salette, they're still scoring tries pretty consistently. Done a really good job all game to keep their foot on the gas and not slow down. Keeping the momentum going all game. High kick, Hodal slips. The turf monster got him there. Gets back up and offloads it. Blake Wall, the hooker. Murray off the offload into contact. Getting about 5 meters there. Lanthier trying to get in there. Does so. And a counter kind of from Taft. Bumped into Lanthier. That's a good penalty. So Salette had that ruck one, and Taft illegally counteracted there. So penalties, most part, have not been an issue at all for Salette. The whole game, very disappointing. Ball goes out of bounds and a line out. Blake Wall looks to throw it in. Boozing got his fingers on it, but takes a friendly bounce to Taft, and they win their first line out of the game. Passes short to one of the Eagles, though. Lions couldn't quite dive on it, so still Taft ball for the moment, but Hodal gets in there, poaches it, and Lanthier's there to support him. Or excuse me, Lanthier's the scrum half. I think that was the 17, which I don't know who that is, but good job for poaching that. As Cruz breakaway, one man to beat, he got him. Found the space, exploited it, and scores the try. Cruz definitely took his time placing it. So, I mean, you just seen it every single try for Salette. Space is what they're really finding well and scoring tries off of. And that's, I mean, all sides for Salette. And they find the space, and they use it well, and they score off it. And I've said this before, but space is what the offense breathes. If you don't have space, your offense really can't operate. And that's really what rugby is. I mean, space gives opportunities for the offense. 97-0. Three points away from scoring 100. Clock is probably winding down here pretty soon. They don't have the scoreboard on, so I don't know the exact time, but time is running out here in this contest for sure. I mean, Taft hasn't, they haven't been on offense in, I'm trying to remember last time they had the ball. I mean, I know they had a couple seconds second half, but they really haven't had an offensive phase since the early first half. And we see Luke Betts scorching everyone, turns on the afterburners, and he gets tracked down at the 5-meter line, almost had enough speed to get to the try zone. But Taft, good job tracking him down. But it's still inside the 5 thanks to that run. Sir blows the play dead. Still got Taft guys walking back from the breakaway. Looks like we got another injured player. Hopefully he can get up and he's okay there. Good trainer's going to help him out. Great job. Get on his feet. So it looks like he's okay. That's a good sign for Taft. A scrum coming off that breakaway from Betts. Taft got it back, but looks like they knocked it on right after that. So another scrum for Lanthier. Pick. And that's going to be another try loss. Breaks 100 here in this one, 102-0. Great pick there. And I think the picks have worked really well in this game. At the very least, they get meters off it, but there they score. So definitely need to keep doing that throughout the season. They definitely got the size there for the 8th man, too. Turley has some good runs. Cruz eyeing the goal post. Shoots it and drills it. Barely squeaks through the right upright. 104-0. So likely the closing minutes of this game, Salette trying to end it with an exclamation point. Cabrera, the big freshman, goes into contact. Weird offload there. Not a good play from Evan. Taft gets it. I mean, they jumped on him. Evan just needs to go down there. Taft was in their ruck there, so penalty on them. Salette gets support in there just in time. Finding Cook on the line. Got a couple meters. Approaching midfield. O'Dall still in the game. Finds an offload to Flaherty, but this time they get him down before he can get up to speed. Baperone, wing, offload, pop pass, sky high there. Another 10 meters on the run. Baperone. Another 5 or 10 meters there on that run as well. So gaining all kinds of yardage, or meter, I should say. Offense working flawlessly right now. Quinn. Juke step. Flaherty. Cuts inside. Got some speed. More meters there. Trying to find Offline. Can't. Finally goes down. Sick. Flaherty shoots a gap. And an offload to the 15. And a try places it down just in time before he went out of bounds. It's Cruz. It's his second try, if I'm not mistaken. Or excuse me, rather. They're going to say out of bounds, I think. So no try there. I thought he may have placed it in the corner, but it's going to be out of bounds. It's like we're discussing with the sir to try to see if it was a try. So we'll go out of bounds to Taft there. Looks like Cruz couldn't quite get in the try zone. And it's going to result in a goal line drop, it seems. Goes best Cabrera. Luke gets it. And he's in lost that territory. Definitely lost some meters there. But getting most of it back on this run. Six calling for it. O'Dall Murray contacting Cabrera's going to knock that on. So a little low there for Cabrera, but still got to catch that if it hits both your hands. So scrum to Taft. Really the only mistake loss that's done this whole half. It's like we're going to retry the scrum. Might have pushed before the ball was put into the scrum. So if you want to push the team back, you got to wait till scrum half puts the ball into the scrum. You can't push before that. So that's probably what that was. We're going to retry it. Much better there on that try. Good stiff arm there for a Taft, but Cook somehow still got him down. Penalty on Salette. They're backed up 10 meters. And that ball does not go to touch, rather goes to Lanthier. To Cook. He's got some room. Taft's defensive line right now is very not straight at all. And Salette, they've just been shooting those gaps all day long. Cook's there for that tackle. Nice job from Simon. He's a result. Salette's going to get it back. And decided to kick it over Taft. Trying to field it. Slips. Picks it up. Offload. Betts jumps and gets him down. Good tackle there from Luke. So reducing the amount of meters gained there for Taft thanks to that tackle there from Betts. Blake there. Gets low and gets him down. Support there for Taft. They've definitely done a better job second half supporting Salette. Not getting as many poaches as they were in the first, it seems like. And getting some meters here. Didn't really secure the ball too well, though, and Tommy Baker was there to pick it up. Great play there from Baker. Usually does a good job of diving on loose balls and getting the possession back for Salette. Little grubber kick there for Salette. James trying to pick it up and dumps the dude. Taft back up away inside their own territory. You would think they're going to kick it here shortly. And Cruz is just jogging onto the ball. I don't know quite what Rommel was trying to do there. Taft almost picked it up and had some room, too. Up 104-0, also that might be a little lax starting now, and understandably so. It's hard to keep your mindset right when you're up 100 plus. So another scrum here in the second. It's been a lot of those here in this half. And the tempo of the game has really slowed down here in the second half, especially first half. You didn't see many scrum lineouts, things that stopped the pace of the game, but second half it's been a different story. That slips. I mean, we've seen a couple guys slip on the turf. It must be really slick out there. Just got to stay on your feet as best you can. O'Dall. Gives Lantier, lost Salette. Really close again. Taft player just dragging Lantier out of bounds for no reason. He didn't even have the ball. Sick, horrible pass, and he's lucky Taft dropped that because he could have gone to the try zone there. Sick, you got to see the space and be aware of where the defenders are. You know, if Taft's going to shoot up like that, throw a pass fake and burn them. So Salette dodges a bullet there on that dropped interception. O'Dall finds a streaking Cruz. He's got some space and finds Vaperon running on full speed. O'Dall picks it and scores it. And one of the things Salette has also done really well this game is they're running onto the ball with full speed, and it makes it really hard for the opposing team to tackle you when you're running on the ball as fast as you can. If you're flat-footed, it's really not very hard to tackle you, get you down. But you've seen it with almost every single back. They're running on the ball with full speed, and their lines are definitely at pace. And Taft's really struggled to tackle because of that. Cruz trying to keep the ball in the T-wing, keeps blowing it off. Here's the kick. No good. $109-0. Salette. Game's got to be almost out. I keep saying that. It's definitely longer than it seems to be. So next dead ball is most likely a game. Another kick to Baker. Running that speed. Like I said, there it is again. Lions running the ball as fast as they can. And they got some room on the wing. Murray cuts in to Blake. Nice pass fake there. And that might get him a try, and it looks like it will. So a really nice pass fake from Blake, and got him into the clear and got him a try. $114-0. Salette. Mackin's in to kick this one, and he hits it. What a kick from Mackin. And that's going to be a game. Salette winning 116-0. Definitely a great performance all around. Defense, offense, you name it. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. This JV game. We'll see you next for the Fresh Off. I'm Mike Shader signing off, saying so long. You guys have a good day.